Bronny can go in front of ESPN.
Nigga, my mama gonna go to war, nigga. I don't give a fuck how old she is or how old I am. So if I got a pops, that nigga gonna do this. Well, he better do this. That's right.
Yeah. But now we're opening the door for all of these parents to start coming out and protecting their kids.
If you think that's bad, wait till you see Shedeur.
Right, it's about to get
Deion already doing that.
We all saw what we saw, and you know what we saw.
That's elementary school.
No.
That's like,
when you a teammate, he push him like, man, like, let's go. He push him like, get off of me. Get off of me. Get off me. No, don't touch me. Was it worth the $30,000? Now? In the moment.
In that moment.
You was up. You remember? Was it bingo night or was it? 44. You know what we do on this show, boy. We flow, boy. But I'm gonna keep it high level, and this is gonna just give you the beats. And I give you my opinion at the end on all of these topics. But what's going on, the core issue, is the carriage rights fee.
First of all, start off the right way. Exactly. Let me start out like this. This is why I'm broke and you got money. This whole Dak Prescott saga.
What are those? On the field, I got metric after metric. He's a winner. Okay, he's number one in all categories for the Dallas Cowboys first 5 seasons. Off the field, unquestionable character. Like, the only thing you got on Dak Prescott is, I am undisputed.
Oh, come on. And me playing basketball, and I just want to line up.
He's getting up.
And show, yeah, we doing this for real.
He's first.
Somebody go rebound. Shoot.
This one?
Cut that up, baby. This boy, it's wet time. That's what I do.
I still don't know why this is a pick, except exceptional play by the defender. Look at that. 2 dudes reaching, and then he comes between them and say, let me split this bunk bed. And I'm out of here. Shotgun snap, slips. Oh, that's ugly. Sack on your first play ever in the NFL. I know your nightmares came true. You're like, God dang. Oh, yeah, this ain't it. Look at this blitz right here.
I mean, he only knows so much what he's reading off stats, off paper. I mean, everything's good on paper. But I would always love to hear it from a player because they play the game.
What about a journalist? Like, being real, NARPs are journalists. Like, you're from that pool, right? So imagine somebody just said, you didn't play the game. I don't want to hear it.
She would have a living room full of people at about 10 p.m. probably every other Friday or Saturday. Come up here and I already know what they want, and I got to sing whatever song I got.
Did you say song. Sing, not rap? You said sing, huh?
Sing. Yeah, they ain't trying to hear no rap. They ain't trying to hear no rap. Yeah.
Well, you think you can do something with that? Hey man, Michael Jordan too light in the tail.
Okay, you know what? Big dog?
Yes.
I ain't light in the tail. If you want some of this, let's go one-on-one right now. Everyone's playing the hits, but I'm a DJ. And one thing I know from my DJing experience is that you don't just play the hits. You play things that people haven't found out about yet. Discovery. Not up to me. I don't have this ego where I'm a buck, talk trash, and be like, yo, I don't like this. I don't like this. I'm gonna be like this. All right, I got enough talent. I got enough belief in me. I know what I want to do. Yep, let me go do it. Let that thing ride. Wah, 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 wah. What's cracking like a mackin' from the jack end to the back end? Wake up. Wake up. It is Saturday morning, man. I just saw this clip that talked about life and how you have to look at it as a finite opportunity because the days are numbered. And you forget that sometimes. I know I do. So now I'm going to show you guys something that reminds me why I'm really living as we get into this show today. This is a legacy play right here. So I'm going to show you my son in his first commercial ever. Yes, my son is in a Powerade commercial. We filmed it months ago, and little man is after it. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited for him because he really enjoyed the experience. So check this out. That's my son right there.
Some people chase dreams.
I ran from reality. Not for the attention, not for the fame.
Oh, goodness.
But to prove a kid from Compton could write his own story. You might see a game, but I see the only way out.
Look at Biscuit.
Every single
Look at Biscuit.
Every single breath. And every single yard is a promise paid back in full. I've got more on the line, because I'm running for more than just me.
Woo, that was that money shot when they did that one part right there. Oh, man, I was pumped. Hey, it's about legacy, y'all. Let's live for something, right? Something more than who we are, what we are, and what we are doing in this present moment. Love for you guys. Thanks for rocking with me. Go to my Instagram if you want to see that again or just show some love to the little man. Throw up the deuces, whatever it may be. All right. Woo, Brandon Marshall, what you talking about, big dog? Planning all of a sudden, everybody got a plan until they get hit. And then Michael Irvin took a swing at his co-host, Brandon Marshall, the producer of this show. Shout out to them. And you can tell that Brandon didn't want to go there, but at the same time, as he's configuring out what the hell am I about to say, he got so little respect for Primetime, he don't even know his name. Now I'm stirring it up right now, but Michael Irvin, ooh, he got them crisscross dreads. He about to jump. He about to jump. Somebody got. Woo, you think? A little longer? Okay, so we all heard that. And we all were like, what the hell are we talking about right here? I will say this, just to insert some ammunition to what Brandon Marshall is saying, because I disagree with the bottom line premise that Darrelle Revis was better than Deion. Better, even if you have a peak that is similar, that is comparable. You got to hold it as long. And then also, you got to remember, Deion held his peak so long that when he wasn't at his peak, his reputation kept it up there, which helps in football. If people think you still damn good and double team you, if people think you still damn good and won't throw to your side of the ball, even if you ain't the same dude, because in film we like, oh, a little different, but in the game, I ain't gonna find out. You got to get that to Deion as well. So it's not just peak for peak, it's longevity, and also, golly, the sauce that he put on it was just a little different. But Darrelle Revis is a sneaky athlete, and you usually don't hear that about black athletes. I know the game. Right, they usually give that to the white dudes, like, oh, I didn't see that coming, I bet. You know, you judging the car by the paint job instead of looking at the car. The car is fresh. Who cares about the color like that? So you talking about this, you look at Darrelle Revis, he was so smooth that people didn't really understand what he was doing. But he was rated as a 10. They got this rating system for the combines in terms of your tangibles. He was a 10.0 athlete. 10.0. Okay? Don't think he was an elite athlete. He just stayed within himself. That's why he had such great technique. That's why he played so well for those years. So people are not giving him credit for that. But at the same time, Michael Irvin, I mean, I'm going to go around the world to get the answer to this. Michael Irvin's like, I'm a receiver, Hall of Fame receiver. Tell you, blah, blah, blah. You got to put some respect on it. And make sure you put some respect on this show. Like and subscribe. Yeah, all the youngsters say do that. Like and subscribe right now in this moment. Don't wait till later. Okay, so we going around the world getting opinions. Michael Irvin, well, look, he's like, some of y'all played Darrelle Revis in the finesse style. You played right into his strength, which was his strength. He was an elite athlete who was stronger than the average corner. So you guys, you finesse guys, Randy Moss, etc., you couldn't deal with him. Brandon Marshall, your big old ox ass, you put some hands on him too. That's why you had some success against him. He basically saying Michael Irvin is, back in my era, oh, we were putting hands back on these corners, and we had different rules, and the corners could engage even longer. So it was a whole different era. But let's use another great corner, maybe probably not going to be a Hall of Famer. We'll see how it plays, how it goes. But let's hear what Asante Samuel has to say about it.
You're always bringing up Coach Prime's name to try to compare him with someone just for entertainment, I guess. Don't always look at names because names can throw you off sometimes. So I want y'all to do this. One cornerback has a total of 29 career interceptions. The other cornerback has 54 career interceptions. Is it close? Who is better? Can it even possibly be close to who is better? It's just not possible for the cornerback that has 29 interceptions to be better than the cornerback with 54 interceptions. Under normal circumstances. I mean, people, even ex-players, not only just normal people, even ex-players try to compare Deion Sanders and Darrelle Revis and try to make up every excuse besides production of why Darrelle Revis can possibly be better.
Let's stop right there. And his co-host got nothing in. That's the easiest money you can get. Who is his co-host? That got to be your dog from like 3rd grade. He didn't say a damn word and got all that money coming in. Oh, love it, love it, love it. All right, let's just put this one to bed. We ain't got to be here forever. The problem with all of us is the same problem with all of us. None of us have complete knowledge. Some have experience. But then, do you really see the forest from the trees? And then some of us is like, no, I paid attention to everything. But do you have the experience? You ever been in the forest, right? And the problem is you're going to get a Brandon Marshall who played in an era, and he's going to love his era more than he respects any other era because he knows the highs and lows and the challenges of that era. He knows who were the formidable foes. He knows who the ones that really were out there getting it. And then he imagines there's no way that this was the same as before, because when you look at anything before, as great as Deion is, as great as Michael Irvin is, as great as Jerry Rice is, you also see some dudes out there, you were like, I don't think he could do it now. Every era is going to weed out. Maybe he was the milkman. Maybe he did have a second job. Even this era, you don't believe me? I played in 97 through 2006. 2007 was my last game, January 2nd, something like that. When I look back, just visually look back at when I played, it starts with just look at the TV production. In that moment, we thought we were futuristic. Don't get it twisted. Remember 1999? Remember Y2K? People thought the world was going to end. We were in the future. We were like, oh, God. Dick Clark's special coming on. And you're like, oh, no, I don't want the calendar to flip. You woke up. You ain't got to go to bed. It's 2000, y'all. Calm down. And you look at the TV production now compared to then, put on my old YouTube clip. It's dusty as hell. You think it's like Atari Pitfall. You think it's that dusty. Same with the players. We don't put that healthy respect on anything before us. We try, we sample it, we say that was dope, but we gonna make it better. And the same thing with these players. Great is always gonna transcend eras. The problem is we ain't stupid. We ain't gonna say all of that was great. Who'd you go against? The dudes you went against weren't all great. Yeah, there was a Darryl Green out there, obviously. Michael Irvin. Yeah, there's a Deion Sanders out there, obviously. But then you start naming all the receivers of our era, T.O., Randy Moss. You start saying Brandon Marshall, Chad Ochocinco. You start going like, man, y'all ain't have all that. And that's the conversation. That's where it spurs from. Brandon Marshall didn't want to get into that conversation. He did not. But he did because who at the barbershop don't want to get their hair cut? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're like, all right, well, fuck it. I'm going to be here for an hour or two. Let's talk it. Simple as that. So beat it up in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. I think that's a simple answer, but it's a complex question, right? Simple answer is Deion. Simple answer. And Darrelle Revis was insane, locking down everybody. Except Brandon Marshall, I guess, to that point. All right, beat up in the comments. Let me get some love to you members. Make sure you become a member. Check out the chat. Check up the top. Danny Fans in the building. He said, good morning, Vietnam. I'm sorry. Good morning, Vietnam. From Vietnam. Oh, snap. Are you in Vietnam? Damn. You out there chilling. You at that massage parlor, huh? Get yours. You up early. All right. Love to you, big dog. And Smith Hot Racing, number 3 right here. He said, got to give Wiley credit. I don't see how anyone could do a 2-hour show all solo and it be full of great stuff. This is the best standalone show by far. Man, I appreciate that. I read all the love in here I can and also the disses. This is the way I actually prefer it. Y'all know me. I'm not antisocial. I just don't trust people, right? People are late. People are not prepared. People always got excuses. I can't do that. I don't like it. I'm like 6 o'clock. I'm ready. You ain't? Oh, like you're dead to me right now. So Oh, man, let's get through this conversation right here with Shedeur Sanders. He's trying to look at his rookie year, Kevin Stefanski, all the issues that he had or didn't have, dead to him. Because now this man is walking with a different pep in his step. Check this out.
What's going in at?
Oh, yeah.
Hello, young man.
How you doing?
Welcome back to the States.
How we doing, man? Good. Yeah, we tried to draft your ass last year. For God's sake. It's all worked out.
Yeah.
You remember that, right?
Yeah, that's what I was about to tell you.
Someday we'll get a chance to talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, sit down.
Y'all know I'm a body language expert. I could break that down to the very last compound, but I want to stay fully positive in this moment because nothing is absolute in this world. But I like that. Remember, Tom Munkin, we all know, Baltimore Ravens, OC. Okay, now the head coach here. Rumors, or sounds like it's real, Baltimore Ravens was like, hey, come on over here, be behind Lamar Jackson, learn this game. And reportedly, the camp of Shedeur Sanders like, nah, we good. We good. We'd rather go somewhere else and try to start, which was a lofty expectation when you think about Cleveland and its crowded quarterback room. You were thinking, like, you're not going to Cleveland because you got Joe Flacco at the time. You had Deshaun Watson, who was on IR, but still highest guaranteed contract at the time. So you were thinking maybe not there. And then they obviously drafted Dylan Gabriel. It was just too many issues to even think through. But when you're a fifth rounder, let's just say you ain't picking. You ain't choosy. You know? Fifth round, you begging. Because you know what's coming after that, 6th and 7th round, which is the worst round, because now they forcing you to go somewhere where they really don't want you. Think about it. First round, we really want you, and you got to come here. 7th round, we don't really want you, but you got to come here. Then it resets. Undrafted free agent is even better than 7th round outside of the dollars, a couple of bucks. Because now you're going to be in a position where it's like, what? You get to pick when you're undrafted free agent. Well, there's a lot of ways you can attack this. A lot of ways you can look at what that interaction means. One, you got you now a head coach who was into you before as a offensive play caller, who also got Lamar Jackson the MVP, balled out of control. Wasn't that the year when he had 41-4? Yeah. So you like, yo, I got a dude. He believes in you, but it's deeper than that. So it's a lot of ways to attack it because now your confidence is going to be matched by somebody who believes in you. Do you really have a chance to start in Cleveland? Deshaun Watson is putting out Instagram video after Instagram video saying I'm healthy. And he is due all that money. You ain't getting rid of him because of the dead cap. So can you realistically play yourself into that position? It's a conversation. But it's also a conversation of how this is all going to play out. So, as we all know, this happened yesterday or the day before, it feels like. Emanuel Acho. Emanuel Acho puts out a clip that even Emanuel Acho didn't believe. But he got it out there. It went viral. He got the attention he wanted and was seeking. But the credibility obviously wasn't in that video. I don't like when someone says, oh, you put out a bad video. Oh, you lost all your credibility. I hate when people do that. Dog, you can't lose all your credibility in one swoop. Because you know how many times I built it up? Like, you know what I mean? I understand you're feeling a certain way. Your emotions are overriding your logic. But think about all the takes that it made you say, oh, interesting. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm going to follow this guy. Oh, I'm going to subscribe to this guy. And then he says one that's crazy. Oh, I'm done. Well, I think the reason people are saying they're done is because they're getting tired of being manipulated by someone who wakes up one morning and just says, forget the credibility. It's all about the algo, all about the algorithm. So I try to tell you guys about Acho. People think, I'm like, let me not say that because people gonna get mad. But I just saw a clip of Kanye West and people were saying he's telling the truth. He just says it so early. And I tell people that all the time. I'm not a hater. I'm just gonna tell you the truth too early. So I told you about how Acho will wake up certain moments and just say, this is all about virality. This is all about just going and getting the algorithm going. So instead of y'all hearing him say, I'm sorry, or, oh, that was a bad take, this is what Acho does. Tell me how you feel.
I would take that to heart, but I don't just have.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. We got to start that over. We got to read this part because it's going to disappear real fast. I forgot. The craziest thing about Emanuel Acho is you can't even blame CTE because he didn't play long enough. Now, that's a joke. He just really is that bad at this, okay? So this is coming off of Acho saying, if I'm Shedeur Sanders, why am I listening to Tom Munkin? what have you won on the NFL level? Which we all know is insane because every single coach ever was a first-time head coach, so you should have never listened to a first-time head coach. And then when that same first-time head coach wins a Super Bowl young or early, like, I don't know, Mike Tomlin, you know what I mean? Like all these guys, like Sean McVay, like, I shouldn't have listened to you. So on top of that, forget if it's going to work out and we going to win. I got to look out for me and my career. I can't be who the hell am I? I ain't no high horse. I'm Shedeur Sanders coming off a rookie year where I started 7 games. I threw more interceptions than touchdowns. I won a few games. I had a great game, maybe a couple good games, and then some bad games. I got to learn, bro. I need to be the teacher's pet. I need to bring the apple. And then, so this obviously conflicts with Acho's real playing career. But Acho ain't in it the way you think he's in it. He's in it to win it in a different space. So now let's watch this.
I would take that to heart, but I don't just have one M. I have 2 M. I would take it to heart.
I like when he talk like
I don't
that.
just have
Talk
one
your
best-selling
shit,
book.
young man.
Pop it, okay. Or 2 best-selling books. I have 3 best-selling books.
Come on now.
And a New York Times best-selling book.
Yeah.
I would take that to heart, but I didn't just give like a TEDx talk. I was asked to give like a national TED talk in Vancouver. I would take that to heart. But former President Bush flew me to Dallas to speak to him. I would take that to heart, but Michael Jordan called me and said, hey, fly to New York and speak to my company. I would take that to heart, but Oprah Winfrey got my number and called me and said, hey, Emanuel, you're writing a book. I want to write a book with you. Happy birthday, Oprah. Today's her 72nd. I would take that to heart, but I gave a commencement speech to 60,000 at the University of Texas at Austin, my alma mater, in the stadium. So I just can't take to heart that I don't do this because I don't like to toot my own horn, but when I do, it's just toot. So I can't take to heart that I'm not good at this because everybody talking to me respectfully, y'all might have been better players, but when it comes to this, we're just not on the same level. Every now and then, you have a bad take.
Yeah. All right, that's real.
Shout out to his social team. They did that. Look, got to give out flowers where you can, give out some dirt while you can too. All right, here's the thing about that. You just realized that you got played. I know, I understand people out there. So that's where a lot of the hysteria is coming from because you got played. You really thought you were playing a game of football with someone and then you come out and the ball is round, right? He's playing a different sport than you are, okay? You don't believe me? You think, oh, Marcellus, you don't know what you're... His retort was not even in the sports lane. It wasn't playing ball or stuff, right? His retort wasn't even in the commentating lane. No, his retort was, look what I'm doing. What am I manufacturing? Look at the business I'm building around the virality, around the conversations that I'm having, uncomfortable conversations where he first started, right? He's having these uncomfortable conversations, but when you get into them, you're uncomfortable. You want to know why you're uncomfortable? Because he's not having the conversation that you want him to have, that he is saying that he's going to have. He's having the one that's building himself up. That's uncomfortable conversations with Emanuel Acho. It wasn't about getting to the heart of racism. It wasn't about getting the Crips and the Bloods of racism together to make them bang it out so we can finally find true resolution. No. It was different, as you guys know. Now, if you don't want to go so far into that deep analysis, you can just stay surface and just realize that when Acho is going to talk about a subject, always remember that duck in the pond. On top, it's smooth. Like he said, it's smooth. But underneath, he working it, baby. And you gonna get worked with it. All right? Simple as that. I've had thousands of people come up to me and tell me I should light him up. Thousands of people come up to me, I should hate this dude. But guess what? You ever go down south and people be like, man, I like it down here. And then they start talking about racism and stuff. They're like, but you know what I like about people out here? They tell you who they are. They just tell you who they are. Well, they don't act all fake like in LA. They be acting like they cool with you and then they not. And I always heard that conversation. Reason I never destroy Emanuel Acho is one, he's already told me who he is. So why am I mad? Either you follow or you don't. And if you follow, know where you're going. Not exactly where you thought he was going to lead you. Simple as that. He is about the algorithm. It's a new day. It's a new generation. And I'm not even mad at it because it's another way up to the top. Look, I'm not Drewski. I'm not, was it Acho Speed or something? Them dudes be filming 25 hours a day. What am I? Well, I'm going to sit there and say, oh, that's too much. That's mad. I'm not mad at Acho for doing what he's doing. He's doing it. Okay? Now, that doesn't mean I would do it the same way. That doesn't mean I fully support or think that's the right way. But who am I? You better start watching who you follow so you can ask yourself that question when you get in the mirror. Who am I? Because you blaming them. You the one following them. So simple as that. I thought it was crazy. It's the most ignorant take ever, and I think he knows that as well. It's just crazy because who else could pull that take off? You know what I mean? Somebody who was in the NFL not that long, obviously didn't play as well as he wanted to in terms of his career. So he now has the ammunition to always want to play heel or somehow, some way poke at this big bear that we call sports. Because he's like, you poke me, you kick me out, you didn't let me go, you didn't let me do what I wanted to do, I'll show you. And he's on a mission. And being real, all that success that he's had has come off of him knowing the game and knowing how to play the game. So in the weirdest way ever, salute. He got you going again. It's a Skip Bayless model. Skip Bayless got kicked out the game. Remember Skip Bayless wanted to play basketball and he was all this and he was promised to be the starting guard as a senior and then something happened and then he averaged what was it? What did Jalen Rose say? Water Pistol Pete and 1.8 points or something, more than Stephen A, but 1.8 points. When you get kicked out the club, not everybody takes their ball and goes home. Some of them go to the lab and they start cooking up a formula how you gonna make them regret kicking you out the club. Acho's one of them. If y'all ain't seen that yet, y'all don't get it. I think it's masterful. That's what I think it is. I want to see how. The reason I don't attack and just be like, pop, 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 is because I want to see how far he gets with this. I want to see. I know how it affects him. Now, Acho will never come back at me because me and Acho have some real conversations, real uncomfortable conversations. And I know the truth. I know how it affects him. I know what he's trying to do, and I want him to succeed because I don't wish ill on no man, even if it's a different path. So beat it up in the comments what you think about that. But we're not done with that because it doesn't matter what Acho thinks about Shedeur Sanders. It doesn't matter what Acho thinks about Todd Monken. It doesn't. This is the beauty of playing sports. You can block out all of the noise. You really can. People hating you. People talking trash about you. Oh, man, you had traffic on the way in. They wouldn't even let you in. They tripping. Everywhere you go, it's just a bad day, bad day. You can get on that football field and shut everybody the hell up. Go out there and ball out and everybody's screaming your name. Everybody on your jock that fast. Well, this is how Shedeur Sanders may be able to do this. Think about this. You never thought about this, huh? Andrew Berry had Shedeur's back the entire time. I've done videos on this. I did one really good video. I remember it. I felt good about it. I was like, I figured this out. I knew the beef between Andrew Berry was with Kevin Stefanski, and it started draft time. Y'all got to watch the video if y'all don't believe me. Here we go. Here's a summation. He drafted Shedeur. He saw Stefanski sabotaging him and traded Pickett and Flacco away so Shedeur could play. He also forced Stefanski to play Shedeur. He fired Stefanski, and he hired Todd Monken, who believes in Shedeur and wants him. So I want to keep this image up because I know a lot of times we have these crazy myths out there. This guy outmaneuvered Kevin Stefanski. Now, what's on his resume and accolades? Didn't he go to Harvard, something like that? Other than that, he's an Ivy Leaguer, I know that. How was he able to play the game within the game better than Kevin Stefanski, who's a two-time NFL Coach of the Year, who actually is much more visible to him? How did he able to play it? Well, they got to draft day, right here, number one, and for whatever reason, he said, I'm getting Shedeur because whether this is a value pick, I got a call from Deion, whatever it is, this is good money, bottom line. Jimmy Haslam's on board. Whatever it is, Jimmy Haslam has two ears like all of us. One was for Stefanski. I hear you. The other one was, hey, dog, Shedeur, what? We could do this? Even Jimmy Haslam was like, I wasn't thinking about no Shedeur, but he got that call from this man. Saw Stefanski sabotage him. Remember, Stefanski was just butthurt. He did not want him. Hey, justifiably so. I'm coaching, and Bill Parcells was butthurt. How you gonna make me cook the meals and I can't buy the groceries? We've heard that famous line, right? So if I'm Kevin Stefanski, I am pissed. I don't want that dude. Not because I don't like that dude. This is where y'all get it twisted. It's because we are not that good. And we just got a third-round quarterback on top of another quarterback that's hurt on top of another quarterback that's old. Why don't you use that pick for somebody else that can help us right now? There's a receiver out there in the 5th round that can help, right? There's another Puka Nakua or something. Give me something. You're going to give me another quarterback? Oh, I would be mad if I'm Stefanski at the brother. So then he forced Stefanski to play Shedeur because, Stefanski's like, oh, you hurt, Pickett? Pickett's like, yeah, I am hurt. Really hurt. So hurt, trade me. I'll get healthy. Pickett going. And then Flacco like, yeah, this ain't working. And he's like, no, you're going to get me fired before the season over. All right, I'm going to trade you in the division. This man. Now, he walking by him in the hallway. I can't whistle. Hey, Kevin, how you doing? Kevin don't even want to speak. What's up? How's Shedeur looking? Well, all the quarterbacks look great. I ain't asked you about all the quarterbacks because we ain't got no more quarterbacks. I traded them all. They all gone. You got to play Shedeur or else, partner. That's really how it happened. Oh, I've been there. I saw it. A.J. Smith and Marty Schottenheimer. Oh, yeah. I wasn't on the team then, but I had already seen them before they fired him. I saw it already. I saw it coming. He fired Stefanski. Then he said, oh, you didn't enjoy that experience. You didn't enjoy when I put that out there. You didn't enjoy that, did you, Mr. Marcellus Wallace? You didn't enjoy that 666, did you? Got medieval on your ass. Oh, you didn't enjoy it? Okay. Get your ass up out of here. You ain't smiling through this problem. You ain't smiling through your pain. You ain't laughing at your pain. Get out of here, Stefanski. And then he hired Todd Monken, who he knows. Because guess what? Them inner channels. Hey, Baltimore. Y'all tried to get Shedeur? Yeah, man, we wanted to get him. He was tripping. He was like, man, I ain't sitting behind Lamar Jackson for the rest of my life. Hell no, Lamar Jackson ain't going nowhere. Stupid, though. It was a dumb play because he should have known Lamar going to stay hurt now. And he like, oh, that's cool. Y'all really evaluated him high, though, huh? Because we ain't even have him on our board like that. So we looked at him, but we didn't think he'd be here. Really? Y'all really felt that? Man, I'm telling you, Todd, especially Todd Monken over here, this boy, he trying to get him, but he can't get him because he ain't knowing Deion like that. He like, say less. That's how the game go. Boy, I wish I could tell you all the stories I know, but I forget them. Oh, man, love, love, love. So now Shedeur got to be smiling from ear to ear. It ain't perfect. Nothing's absolute. He ain't going to start. It's hard to beat out Deshaun Watson. You got to see how that $230 million looks. But after that, Deshaun throw one interception. Shedeur! One interception. And he got him a coach that believes in him. That's without doubt. And fresh blood, fresh new enthusiasm in that locker room. And he made the Pro Bowl. So everybody's asking, how did he make the Pro Bowl? He answered it.
My dad.
I had to get that one. That's a good joke. Okay. Let's switch gears after I read some of these comments. Make sure you like and subscribe to this channel. I'm trying to get better at all that stuff, all that like in-between junk. All right, we got to finish our part 2 of Bill Belichick getting snubbed and Willie McGinnis. I just saw Willie McGinnis a couple weeks ago with Coach JB. Shout out to him. Shout out to Smitty. Shout out to Steve Kim and Big Willie Mack, who is still big dog. Respect to him. We're going to break this down because he's coming to the rescue of his coach. You know, Super Bowl champion Willie McGinnis. But first, we're going to have to hear Skip Bayless talk it up and chop it up after I get into a couple of these comments. So let me get into my comments. Where are my members at? I got to show members love first. All right, respect. He says, that's probably exactly how it went. No, it's not a probably. It's exactly how it went. It's okay. Occam's razor, as they say. You guys know about that. Occam's razor, like the simplest answer is typically the answer. That's why you know when somebody lying, because usually it just flows. As my grandmother says it even more eloquently than just Occam's razor. She says, the truth is simple, Lies are complex. Yep, I've been cheated on before. You know how I found out? You start doing too much arithmetic when you're talking, girl. You know what I mean? Like, normally you be like, what you doing today? Oh, no, I'm just going to go in here chilling. All right, I'll see you later. Then one day, what you doing today? Oh, my God, today is such a heavy day. I've never known I have so much to do today. Oh, my God, I woke up and did that. Yeah, that was it. And then I got to go to lunch. Don't leave that phone unlocked. Let me see. You can start going through it. Hey, it seemed like Skip got something unlocked. Maybe he knows the real. Let's go.
Once Tom Brady was pushed out the back door, mostly by Bill Belichick, who wanted to show that he and he alone could win a championship without Tom Brady. Once Brady was pushed out the door and went straight down to Tampa during the pandemic and won yet another Super Bowl in his first crack with the team that had gone 7-9 the season before. After Brady was pushed out the back door by Bill Belichick went 29-38 as the head coach of the Brady-less Patriots. 29-38.
All right, let's just sum that up real quick. Belichick was moving on. Remember when Tom Brady had the same agent as Jimmy G? And they draft Jimmy G. And Belichick is ready to move on. As Belichick used to say, I'd rather move on a year early than a year late. So whatever analytics, whatever he saw and felt about Tom Brady, he thought it was time. It wasn't time. He tried to get to the party early, and they wasn't even open. The club wasn't even open. The doors weren't open. The custodians weren't there. Too early. Kraft is watching all of this. We are hearing about this and seeing it in real time. First time I heard about it was over this parking spot. Like Brady always had a hooked up parking spot, part because he was Brady, but part because he was always at the damn facility. They're like, all right, make it easy on him. You know, OG status. That's what you're supposed to do. Then all of a sudden one day they woke up, nah, you can't have that. I heard that around the same time I heard when they wanted Wes Welker back, and Brady's like, all right, take a little off the top from me and give it back to him. And y'all know Wes Welker did not come back to the Patriots. He was a Denver Bronco. So that is fueling Belichick to say, get up out of here, Brady. Brady don't want to go because he's like, look what I built. It's like a Kobe Bryant legacy, a Magic Johnson legacy. I'm in one place and I'm doing all this. Let me stay here and kill it. But you know how it goes. Who wants to be somewhere they're not wanted? I know I don't. I don't give a damn what it is. Name it. I don't care. If you don't want me there, trust me, I will not be there. And I have this unique ability to not give a funk. You're going to be like, oh, I bet he mad. He can't come. Shit. I'm over there playing this sight bike, killing it. Point is, oh, that's what you want to do? Okay. And then no one saw this coming, including the biggest Tom Brady fan in the world. He goes to Tampa and wins the Super Bowl. With a suspect team? Huh? Belichick pissed. Belichick losing. You know Belichick like, there goes my legacy. There goes my first ballot Hall of Fame.
He made the playoffs one time in 4 seasons and coached one playoff game at Buffalo, obviously against Josh Allen and company. Lost it 37-17, but obviously Belichick's prowess, his legacy was based on his ability to coach defense, greatest defensive coordinator ever, defensive genius.
Yep.
Josh Allen's offense never was forced to punt a single time in that game, 37-17. That was the only playoff game that Bill coached the Patriots to and through after Tom Brady. So if we tally up Belichick without Brady as a head coach, he was 65-82. Say it again, 65 wins to 82 losses.
All right, I'm going to sound real dumb trying to argue that. Sometimes you just got to put your hands down. Like, you know, when you boxing, even if you win, if you're Floyd, every now and then, even Floyd Mayweather got tagged. You know what I mean? Oh, you got that one off? Oh, good hit. You know? That's it. 65-82. Ooh, boy. Oh, boy.
That means he lost 27 more games than he won without Tom Brady as a head coach. His playoff record without Brady was 1-2, obviously. So 8 of 10 seasons without Tom Brady,
Speed this up.
Bill Belichick missed the playoffs. 8 times in 10 seasons without Tom Brady, he missed the playoffs.
I got to speed this dude up. Come on, Skip, hurry up.
That mattered to Hall of Fame voters. 65 and 82 mattered to Hall of Fame voters. Then, after Kraft finally fired Belichick, Bill made himself available through a hiring cycle in which there were 8 vacancies for head coaches in the National Football League. 8 vacancies. Unfilled jobs. Bill interviewed for several, especially Atlanta, and nobody hired him. That mattered to voters.
Let me get that one out. See, this is what happens when you take on a persona that maybe not exactly is who you are in personality and character, but it works for what you're doing. This is LeBron James going to Miami. We're going to do that topic. It's a fascinating topic. Rich Paul breaks down the decision. When LeBron wanted to play the villain because y'all made him the villain, how long did that last? So for Belichick, he let it last because it was winning. It was working. Belichick was not the villain in Cleveland. He was not the villain in New York when he was the D coordinator. Okay? He became the villain and then said, it's working. Keep villainizing. Well, when it's time to take that mask off because you ain't got Tom Brady, because you ain't got that same winning record, now who are you? Oh, I forgot. You already told me. You're the villain. Man, that's messed.
So he takes the North Carolina college football job, and in his first year there, the program is turned into a national laughingstock, mostly by Belichick's 24-year-old girlfriend, Jordan Hudson, as he called her, his muse, who seemed to be sort of helping to run the program with Belichick. A national laughingstock Carolina became because of that.
Yeah.
And was Belichick able to right the wrong on the football field? No. Despite all of his work and the money spent in the college football portal, his first North Carolina college football team went 4-8 and didn't go to a bowl game. 4-8.
Yep.
That also mattered to Pro Football Hall of Fame voters. So did Bill's treatment of many of the longtime reporters who have votes in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, because, as everybody knows, Bill was just relentlessly and mercilessly aloof and condescending to reporters year after year after year as a head football coach.
Seriously.
In New England.
That's
even,
real.
for that matter, in Carolina. But he was, as you know, Bill always shrugging off nearly every pertinent and fair reporter's question with some mumbled non-answer. He was always on to Cincinnati. We're on to Cincinnati. He was always that way. And ultimately, that mattered to Pro Football Hall of Fame voters. The truth is, I've never understood why coaches, after they retire or are fired or whatever, leave the NFL, they have to wait only 1 year to be eligible to go into the Pro Football Hall of Fame, while players have to wait 5 years. What? I never got this.
Good point.
But the reason Belichick was in this voting cycle is because he's been out of the NFL the 1 year that you have to be out. That doesn't seem fair to me. The players have to wait 5. Tom Brady has to wait 5. But here's the final irony to today's shocking news, not shocking to me, but probably to you, is that finally, after all these years, Bill Belichick is being turned into something that he always wanted to be, which was a lovable, sympathetic figure. Now everybody's lashing out at the Pro Football Hall of Fame voters in support of poor Bill Belichick, who deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Yes, he does. Just not on the first ballot. And I think I just closed the case as to why.
I think I just opened the case. Why not? You said all that, and look, it was persuasive. Absolutely. But whoever's going to go against you in court, all they have to do is say, Your Honor, I want to bring into question every single member of this Hall of Fame that's a coach. And I want you to put all their records and resumes and accolades and achievements on that board. And I don't care how long you write, man. I don't care what you write, Yana. I don't care if you run out of ink, Yana. All that ain't going to add up to just this right here. This man deserves his opportunity. Oh, that's just what I say. Truth is simple. Lies are complex. Resumes. Put his up. Oh, kind of simple. How many? 8? Oh, we're going to take a couple away from them gates. All them gates, he was cheating. Okay. Take a couple away. He still got more than all y'all. He could add up like 8 Hall of Fame coaches, and they still don't add up to one Bill Belichick. You better recognize. Woo, wait. If I'm Bill Belichick, I'm pulling it out. I'm bringing it out. Bring it out. It's hard to yell with the Bel Air in your mouth, Swizzy. I'm like, yo, I am him. But this is what we just talked about. Bill Belichick never was a villain. I knew Bill Belichick here and there like that. And I always used to laugh. He came up to me one time, made me feel so good. Kraft did it once because of Columbia more than anything. But he was like, oh, Wiley, look at you. He almost drafted you. I was like, no, you didn't. But thank you, Columbia. Way to support the alma mater. And then Belichick came up to me, Wiley, you've been playing pretty good lately. How you doing? He told me some joke, and I was just like stuck because I was like, this Bill Belichick talking to me. Like I knew him as a D coordinator. Forget all this head coaching stuff. This is before Brady was killing them because I was with the Bills in '97. Brady's still in Michigan or something. I'm like, this Bill Belichick, he know defense like none other. He over here giving me credit, and I'm not even starting. I'm like, yeah. We talking it up. I'm like, damn, you nice. Why you act like an ass on TV? Anyway, he's getting what he wants, which is the credit he deserves. He didn't get the credit when he was with Bill Parcells he deserved. Ooh, let's not go full circle. I could bring y'all there. He didn't get it. He didn't get it. They used to always say it. They whisper it. Big tuna. And then I go, but it was Bill Belichick's defense. Big tuna. Belichick, I'm trying to tell y'all. But everybody was scared of Parcells. I remember the days. Don't talk to me, y'all. Talk to Willie McGinnis. Let's go.
And all you guys are yelling about, oh, he cheated, he did this, he did that. Let me start with this Spygate shit. If we knew your signals and we knew your plays, we would have won 8 fucking Super Bowls. I won 3. I went to 4. I won 3. They won 6. We would have won 8 to 10. Matter of fact, we would not have lost a game. We would have went undefeated multiple years if we knew your signals and your plays. We wouldn't have lost a fucking game. Are you mad because his teams were smarter than your teams and we can adjust and we were prepared for anything you did? Are you upset about that? Scouts all over the league were in other people's stadiums filming, getting signals and doing all that shit. You can listen to the TV copy and you can get the signals and hear shit. That shit was going on all over the fucking league. But somebody told on somebody who told on somebody who told the league. So everybody had to stop doing it. Yeah, Bill took the fall. Did he stop losing games? I don't think so.
Ooh. Shit. Hey, he told the real. That's that pure uncut dope right there. Let me tell you, we used to do that shit. Ooh, I mean, he got me so gangster. I'm not gonna curse the kids up somewhere. I remember we used to look at the plays and watching film, and then we would get the signals. Let me tell you this story. This is Peyton Manning, young Peyton Manning, like maybe 98 rookie year or 99, something like that. We used to play him twice in our division. I'm Buffalo Bills. He Indianapolis Colts. This is when I think Marshall Faulk left, and they were getting Edgerrin James, something around there. I don't remember the switch. There's always the TV copy, right? You can get that. But back in our days, it was tough. We just got DVDs. We were getting the DVDs. We felt special. We didn't have laptops with it already put on there and uploaded. We didn't have all that. We just had a DVD. Take this thing home. Oh, I need a TV copy. Okay, you got 2. I got you. Wednesday. Come back Wednesday. I get you. Right? You go home. Shut up, girl. No, I ain't messing with you. Oh, we already did. No, I'm hungry. No. I got to watch film. Leave me alone. Ooh. No, leave me alone. And you watch the film, right? And I remember we caught it. So if you watch the normal NFL copies, it's silent. It's like this. You just looking. It's dark ass room and you just looking at people move like this. Your coach keep doing this. Look at him. Look at him. He always show you when the ball about to be snapped. Look at his hand. Look at his hand. Look at. You're like, all right, coach, I got it. I'm gonna look for his hand when I play him. And that's all you're doing. You're just looking for tendencies, right? You see somebody move. Oh, that's what he does. When he gonna go break in, he always go. Oh, okay, I got. He's trying to remember all this stuff. And then I remember we were watching Peyton Manning on film, TV copy. And rifle. We're like, rifle? Okay. You hear all the checks. All that stuff that they saying before they snap that ball is nothing but checks and stuff. Someone else, Omaha, they're a rifle. And rifle was a run right. You wait. See, they test your patience. They do it again in the next quarter. You got to be watching the whole game to catch this. Next quarter. Rifle, rifle. You hear rifle again? Run right. Oh, shit. You watch it again, then you pump. Now you feel like you cracked the code. Da Vinci code. You running up in there. Everybody, come on. Let's watch. Check this out. Every time he say rifle, dog. Hey, big dog. Every time he say rifle, what are we going to do? Watch him. Rifle. Run right. You're like, hell yeah. You get in the game, you ain't saying nothing. Everybody's sitting there. Finger in the dirt. You like, he said, rifle, rifle. You're like, oh, and they run right. You destroy them. Pow, pow, pow. We did that. We had the number one defense, so we were sick. And we knew that. Oh, Wade Phillips, we were killing them. Second half, this is Peyton Manning. He different. Most quarterbacks in all the tendencies we would find, they would adjust after the game. Next time we saw them, they had something different. But not during that game, to Willie McGinnis's point, adjustments. Here's Peyton Manning coming out of the second half. Whenever he did it, but he did it. He was like this. Rifle, son. And he went like this, and we like, got him again. And then he went like this. No. Remember that little play he used to run, that little stretch zone boot, stretch zone fake? Bah! Marvin Harrison was already in the parking lot like, give me this. Give me that. Burnt. Touchdown. We were like, second-year player, maybe, I don't think it was his rookie year. Second-year player, we were like, this sucker knew we knew. So that's the game within the game. People don't talk enough about it. I'm glad Willie McGinnis talked about it. Look, Belichick obviously was a fall guy to some degree, if not the whole degree. When a scandal happens, we got to do something. We have to overcorrect. They did it with CTE. They did it with the mental health. They did it with the medical drugs. They did it with all things. They got to find something, whether they distract you or they put it all on somebody's back so they could just have a clean sweep and everything goes away. That's how it goes. But if y'all think that Belichick, whatever he was doing, he was the only one doing it, no. He was the best at doing it. Trust me. Okay, beat it up in the comments before we get into a little basketball. Let's switch it up. Charles Barkley, we got to get to the part 2 of Charles Barkley getting what he asked for. He didn't want ESPN to work him like a mule. They like, okay, we won't work you at all. And Gilbert Arenas is calling it out. All right, so let's talk through that. I see you guys up in here in the chat. Asino the Wise, Centennial York, Don P. I see you, Brooklyn in the house, Brooklyn Shogun. Oh, Peacock, all that. Y'all be writing some funny stuff. Most of the stuff I can't say because I'm trying to keep it PG on here. Let's go.
You said two things that were important: the growth, and sometimes these platforms might move on, and the only way you can get viral is by saying something negative, because that's why we're here.
It ain't even about saying something negative. It's just about it's entertainment, man. The reason we love Inside the NBA, I love Inside the NBA, right? Entertainment, right? Charles Barkley, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny, they're entertaining, right? The best cast that I love watching on big platforms was them. And then we have Stephen A. Smith mixed with Michael Irving, Cam, and RC. Those four right there, that's entertainment for me, right? I do not want, I'm sorry, and this is a shot at football, but it's not a shot at football. This is just reality. There's a reason Cam is shot his way up there. RC shot his way up there. Michael Irvin is on. Entertainment. I do not care about your fucking stats. When I was doing football and I would watch from 4:30 to, you all sound the same like some damn robots of information. Sitting there about to fall asleep. That's why during football season, if I ask you what has been the most viral moment, it's not you guys saying anything. It's just the player, Shedeur, Michael Parsons, shit, who else out there? Who's been relevant? I mean, shit, AB and his off the court stuff has been more viral in the football world than actually the football itself. It's the game, watching the game is big. Social media presence and how it's being talked about, boring. I don't know.
That's a good point. This was actually a point of contention at ESPN and at Fox, like behind closed doors, having these conversations with the broadcasters, et cetera. They had an issue. Now, part of it was out of their hands because the leagues, NBA, NFL, NBA was like, yo, we are like this open portal. Y'all can use our clips, YouTube, whatever, Instagram, Twitter, put up NBA highlights. Go ahead, have fun. NFL, as you guys know, very restrictive in terms of like, we're not going to allow you to do these things. And so with those tight borders, you got tighter coverage, and you can have all these creators having the same flexibility to cover the sport. But the sport is gigantic. So you may not have caught this or felt this, but he's speaking the real right here.
Oh, I don't know if you guys look at the Stephen A. Smith, that lineup, and how they bring that energy and what they talk about. But for the most part, 98% of the information that's coming, they all sound like robots to me. Like I just sit there like, like there's you give me nothing, you can't, you're not giving me nothing I can't look up. Like y'all don't got no story time. Like it's entertainment, man. God damn, if I want to listen to some boring shit, I'll read the news. It's a beat writer. Let me just read the information versus just hearing it come out your mouth. There ain't no fucking auto book. Entertain me.
Well, look, Colin, a little bit.
Oh my God. Blah blah blah. Hey, he ain't lying. He ain't lying. But let me give you some foundation to that as well. The NFL versus the NBA guys. See, this is what the NFL does in terms of promotion from the top down. They're saying, look, we are a uniform entity. I remember going to Hawaii in the player meetings, and they were talking about how we're a uniform entity. They are an individual entity. They market their stars. We market the game. We market next man up. They market this is the man. See the difference? So look at the integrity of the NFL and how it's protected and how you understand that brand compared to the NBA. Think about it. NBA been all over the place, right? They're the talented cousin that you just like, damn, if they just focus. But they still killing it and they rolling. But you're like, ooh, if they lock in though. Where the NFL is all locked in. But at the same time, you be like, yo, relax. Like, have some fun. Enjoy your success. And it's like, no. We got more to eat. That's the biggest difference I've always seen in the marketing communication part of them, right? In different ways. And look, sometimes the NBA, in all this individuality, it steps in it. It does too much. Or they oversell something and underdeliver. No? How was that Michael Jordan experience this fall? How was it seeing Michael Jordan back in front of a camera talking about basketball? Barkley knows.
I saw or read where you called out NBC with this Michael Jordan, the interview that they did.
I didn't call them out. You know, Dan,
it reads that way. It reads that way.
Every time it's like people were calling me about the.
Wait, it says it's a bad look for NBC. It's just a bad.
It's a bad look. It's a bad look to do one interview, then splice it up throughout the season.
I agree. You
know, it's a bad look. Like, they couldn't fly down there once a month to sit down with Michael for an hour.
I suggested Reggie Miller sit down with Michael Jordan and do a couple of interviews with Michael along the season.
Once a month, Dan.
I know.
Not like,
I would have done it. I would have gone down there once a month.
I mean, to do an interview in August and splice it up and still the same interview in January or February, that's a bad look, because I thought it was great that we had Michael Jordan back in the NBA. But now you look, and I'm like, yo, he's wearing the same outfit from August. But they could have, listen, it's great to have Michael back in the NBA, but fly somebody down there once a month. Because you know the thing is, there's so much has happened in the NBA. Like, what he talked about in August has nothing to do with January.
Yeah, because he could be talking about Giannis right now. He could be talking about, does LeBron go back to Cleveland and end his career there, right?
100%. Like, once a month, fly down to Florida, Give him, hey, you guys got 45 minutes to an hour. Ask him something relevant. Also, ask him stuff that's relevant in sports. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on in sport. Wouldn't you love to hear about Michael's opinion on Bill Belichick?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Man, blah, blah, blah. That brand is so big and is on such autopilot in terms of success. Like, I ain't got to put in the work like you think I do, like I did at one time to reap these benefits. It's reported that he makes up to $200 million a year selling those shoes and licensing fees. You think he about to step in it? You think he about to give a hot take? We got Austin Rivers, yesterday's show. Austin Rivers like, I can't podcast no more. I can't give these takes and still grow my brand in the NBA coverage. You think Michael Jordan about to step in it? The man who said that Republicans buy shoes too? Michael Jordan said, look, give me I heard it was $40 million. You come to my house one time, I'll give you a couple hours, talk it. And keep it evergreen and keep it generic. And we out. I got a Jordan gift bag for you at the door. Don't let it hit you with a good Lord split you. Like, God dang. Oh, man. Ain't that gangster? Yeah, that's gangster. All right, let's get into this a little deeper topics because this is about to get gangster. Well, first, let's have some fun. Let's stay in basketball. I love the debates. So we start off with a football debate. Let's have a basketball debate. Let's T-Mac talk to us. SGA, Anthony Edwards. Who y'all got? Beat it up in the comments.
When I mean that, the best in the league.
Jokic is still the best player in the league.
I'm
to me.
okay.
You talking about guards? I think Ant-Man. I think Ant-Man is right there with Shea, if not better. Defensively, I mean, he's a on-the-ball, lockdown defender. He's making you work.
Wake up! Hurry up, T-Mac.
I think his competitive drive, his spirit is different than everybody else's.
Yeah.
Right? I think his approach is different. I think he has less talent, depth, I should say, on his roster than someone like Shea, so it's going to look different. But for Ant-Man to have taken his team, and he's not doing it by himself, but to him have 2 Western Conference Finals on his resume at this age and what he's right there with Shea.
I don't want Ant to take that question.
Vince Carter like, look, T-Mac, let's just cool that take down a little bit, right? Because I'm not going there. This is like a NBA fun notes and tidbits real quick. He like, yeah, I think Ant-Man might hear that and think a little too much, and SGA take it as a slight. I think SGA is just more polished right now. If you had to say in terms of like their professional portfolio, it's just more for SGA. It's just that simple. Once again, another argument where we can argue on the journey, but we know where we're going to arrive. That destination should be SGA. But beat it up in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking because we ain't done. What about Giannis?
See, look, I don't care about the word like. I care about the word love. Does the Houston Rockets love their team? And the answer is no. They like them. They like the young pieces. They think they could get it done in the near future with those young guys, but they don't know. And so when I think about this trade in particular, it's 3 sides that need to be happy when you're trading a guy like Giannis Antetokounmpo. Number 1 is Giannis, because the Bucks owe him to trade him where he wants to go, okay? Number 2, the receiving team in the Houston Rockets. Getting Giannis, does that make you better pairing them alongside Kevin Durant? You damn right it do. Number 3 is the Milwaukee Bucks, because if you're going to give up an all-time great, one of the greatest power forwards of all time, you want to make sure that the package you're getting back is going to be satisfying and you have no regrets. It makes all the sense in the world to make this happen with the Houston Rockets, because now you center it around Alfred Şengün, who's on the rise to be an up-and-coming star in this game.
right? Already averaging 20 points, over 10 rebounds, and about 7 to 8 assists. So you got you a young guy that has a promising future. And then you throw in maybe a Tari Eason, who I believe is going to be a starter in this league for a long time. And then you throw in some picks. The Bucks get whatever they want. They got everything and more that they would need to start building for their future. And then all of a sudden, we talking about H-Town, Swingers and Bows, Lil Kiki, Bud B, Slip, Thug, Paul Wall. Y'all stand up. Because if you get Giannis to the H with Kevin Durant and Ime Udoka, boy, it's going to be hell in hot water. It's going to be hell in hot water. This is the trade that needs to happen. All those other trades, I don't want to hear about that. This is the one that makes all sides happy.
Rest in peace, Mike Watts, who just passed away last night, I guess. Oh, man. Oh, chopped and screwed. Respect. Stephen A. Windhorse kind of caught a little. Stephen A. was like, what the hell are you talking about? We're going to have to talk about this after. Giannis. It's crazy what they doing with Giannis. Giannis has to be protected, y'all, at all costs. Why? Because Giannis is restoring some of the integrity back to the game. NBA, old school mindset. You can't let that guy get slaughtered in the process of being traded. Everybody knows he wants to go. But you can't let that out. The cat can't get out the bag because that's going to mess up not only his brand, but then that whole old school mindset. These guys are working. Don't talk about all of the load management. Don't talk about the $100 million sneaker deals that these guys are just chilling. Don't talk about all the threes they're shooting. No, let's look at this guy. We can focus in on a Giannis. Y'all got to protect Giannis. Stop being so nosy about where he's going. Just let it happen. Just telling you, it's bigger for the game. It's going to be better for the game if you let that happen. But if y'all beat this dude up every time he get mad. Oh, look at him. He's trying to get traded. Yes, he is. Let him do it. Without all this ruckus. Okay? Simple as that. Okay. We got a topic now. We got Draymond Green saying it got a little racial out there. Uh-oh.
I will tell you, though, I find it very ironic that I got a technical foul for telling a Caucasian referee not to put his hand in my face. As a black man in America, don't put your hand in my face. And I said, hey, don't put your hand in my face, and I got a tip.
Y'all know me. Immediately I think, okay, Draymond, tell me what, you got to pick. Which was more offensive? The hand in your face or the fact that it was a white man's hand in your face? Now you can say the second one because it's a white and a hand. Okay, you're smart. What if it were a black ref? Anybody?
So I thought that was the most interesting thing of the night.
Did he try to explain himself?
He said, Draymond, this is your chance to stop talking to me, bro. Don't put your hand in my face. Oh, tech. Oh, okay. So, everybody want to talk about holding the line of respect. That line need to be held both ways. So if the line won't be held both ways, then the line won't be held from my way either, because we all men. Right. And we all can make decisions and choices. So, let that be the last time. Let that happen.
Blah, blah, blah. Oh, man. Well, the whole sentiment of that, I'm not really feeling, because I don't think you were truly offended by a hand in your face as much as you've done, and many body parts you done threw around and hit people with. Like, I don't think you really are offended by that, but I could be wrong. But I know I won't be triggered. I won't be triggered, offended, even deeper, because there's a white hand in my face. If I don't like hands in my face, it could be green. Put your hand in my face again and see what happened. Corey Holcomb. Even though you already did it, so I should be already mad, right? Jokes aside, I don't care if your hand color is in my face. I care if your hand's in my face. But this is something that's interesting. I see it all the time. People want to read about some pain and say they hurt. Yeah, they love to grab the history. They like to go back and say, I know about that, so now it hurts me. Where does this even connect if you Draymond? A white hand in your face is more disrespectful. That's how you want us to go with it. You want us to think that way. It's more disrespectful than a black hand in your face. Tell me why. If we're going to keep it 1,000, tell me why. When in your lifetime, Draymond, did you have to deal with the racial implications that even came with a white hand? You may have incidents. You don't know where I'm from in Saginaw and all that. Okay, list them. I guarantee you, if you want to start playing this game and listing them, I can list how many black hands been in your face that were worse than the white hands. You want to go there in your lifetime? Anybody? Where you from, fool? Compton. Okay, don't give me no proximity. Don't give me no, My daddy checked me when I was little. He's like, boy, don't you ever try to come up in here and play some race cards on me. You don't know what side of the street I had to walk on. You talking about what you talking about what you read that hurt and then said it's painful. I'm talking about the pain. So I just always trip off of that when I see some people do that. It was a hand. It was a hand, or is it a white hand? And then you try to bring it into the race. It's a black man, a white man can't disrespect me. A black man can't disrespect me. You think it's different if a brother disrespect me? Disrespect me. Cats people want to play this weird little topsy-turvy favorite game. Like, black disrespect is different than white disrespect. And don't you go at a black man in public, but let him do it to you and in private. And then make sure you keep this house business, but all skin folk ain't kin folk. Man, look, I ain't got time to remember all these dumbass codes. I don't like certain things. I love certain things. Whoever violates them, you're going to get in trouble. You're going to have problems with me unless you're a minor. Don't be 17, because I'm going to think your ass is an adult. Everybody else, these little kids, I let you get exemptions based on how young you are. Everybody else, it's the same, dog. Oh, so if you fat and you got your hand in my face, man, don't put your fat hand in my face. But if it was skinny, oh, it's all good. If it's black, oh, man, all right, you get a pass. If it's white, what's up, homie? Grow up. Let's grow up. Some people don't want to grow up, though. Beat it up in the comments. I'm about to show you somebody who's like, I don't want to grow up. I want to be a kid. Kinda. All right, y'all know who this is? Former Hornet and UCLA guard Amari Bailey. He plans to be the first player who appeared in the NBA regular season game to return to college. It's the return of the gangster. Return. Bailey played 10 games for Charlotte in his rookie season in 2023-2024. And guess what he's now about to do? And he's breaking it down. He's going back. Now, y'all may not remember Amari Bailey. First time I heard of Amari Bailey, it's like a lot of people heard of Amari Bailey if you really weren't in the hoops. Remember this? Drake rented out Dodger Stadium, and then he forgot he should have rented out SoFi because they got a roof. They ain't got a roof at Dodger Stadium, and then he got caught out there with Lady Bailey. That's Amari Bailey's mommy. I was like, oh, because I was like, I know that dude's name. And then it found out that dude was down the street. Now, out of full respect, I got to show this because this is insane. It came with the video. I was very happy to see this. She's insane. That's your mama? Do you know that dude on Instagram that always rates like how fine the lady is of the athlete and all that stuff? Or just how fine the athlete is if she's a woman? We have now found our new champion. This is Indiana BCS. This is her. That is her. Man. Wherever college he going to, I hope he go back to UCLA. But baby, let's go to UCLA game. She's like, what? You know the girls love to play. They may go to UCLA. I'm like, man, that is picture perfect. I painted a perfect picture. Here we go. Amari Bailey. Who is that? Let's talk about it. Okay. He went to Sierra Canyon. That's where my kid's probably going to go. I don't know. Depends on how this NIL look. Now, in all seriousness, love to the Scrumbuses and all the people up there. I love that school. Got a lot of friends there. All right. Went to UCLA. I almost went there. Right? I got recruited to go to UCLA, but too close to home. I would have still been in them streets. So didn't do it. 2023 draft. That's him. 41st overall by the Charlotte Hornets. Me so Hornets. Me love you long time. 2-way contract. Yep. So look at this. He basically, and I was like, hold on, how is this going to happen though? You can't do this. So he hired an agent and lawyer to get his eligibility back, filed a petition with the NCAA. Because no players ever played in NBA games and returned back to college. How y'all feel about that? Beat it up in the comments. Let me know. NCAA is saying, players who have signed NBA contracts are not eligible to return to college basketball. Sorry. And how this applies can change everything going forward. So they got some examples of people kind of leaking back into it. He wanted Charles B. Diaco, won a temporary court injunction. James Nnaji allowed to play college basketball again because he played overseas and never actually appeared in NBA games. So you can see, the breadcrumbs, the trail is starting to happen. He'd be the first player with NBA regular season experience to return to college basketball. Wow. So now, think about it. If this happens, who's next? I only played in 15 games. I only made one All-Star. Goodness. This is next level. So there's a rule, obviously. I think this is going to get a little redundant. They talk about how the rule, and he's saying, the rule's outdated and legally vulnerable. Okay, so that's why he got this lawyer attacking it. He didn't gain an unfair advantage. He's not older than the typical senior, especially by today's standards. He's not returning with dominance, like I killed the league. I'm a 12-time All-Star. Let me go back and play. And he wants development and education, not to exploit college basketball. I'm not LeBron coming back. I'm a 22-year-old guard trying to get better. Trying to reset it. I kind of feel for him. I always thought that was a weird rule. Once you get an agent, you're done. Like, let me see how this plays out. Let me have, duality. Let me live in both worlds and see how it plays out. And then at that time, if I run out of eligibility, because every year in the NBA counts, all right, I'm done. So we all know what this is about, right? Everybody knows what this is about. It's about this. I had to do it. Golly, good Lord, what is going on? Oh, man, that boy had an AAU circuit like none other. I know everybody. I'm at your game, boy. Oh, Miss Parker, excuse me, Miss Bailey, Miss Parker. Let's get into it, man. We ain't done on this show. Nah, Michael Irvin about to break down. We talking about college. What's going on? Let's hear it.
Bouncing around from school to fucking school is not being the cocoon of life. I'm just going to connect it. I'm going to connect it. Coaches can do it. Coaches can do it. Why not? Coaches are coaches. But as a kid, I got to teach your ass how to fight. Because you want to fight for your damn family. You want to fight on your job. So why are you going over here? Things don't work, I'm leaving. Things don't work, I'm leaving. Oh, he left, I'm leaving. I'm losing the essence of the cocoon that I'm supposed to be teaching them how to go from a kid to a man because I'm trying to make them chase a man. I'm trying to make them chase a man. We got kids growing up saying everybody get a trophy now. That took fight out of it. Now, when I started, I was a third string receiver. I had to fight and earn my way to first string. Now we saying if you third string, just leave. That takes a fight out of them. Then they got to go out here and fight for their families. Their family's fucking doomed. They're doomed. They're not learning how to fight. And we're talking about that. We're missing the cocoon of life. Damn it, man. Whoa, y'all.
Man. Blah, blah, blah. I caught myself, and I'm feeling guilty right now. Still, I'm internally crying. I am crying internally because I had a moment like that with my son a couple of nights ago in the backyard. He has this focus issue because he's 10, not because he has a focus problem. He's a 10-year-old, right? So video games, he all of a sudden is on full alert. Talking to his buddies on FaceTime, playing video games, full alert. Playing his sports and even sometimes his homework, not full alert. Not understanding the importance. And you got to put yourself back to a 10-year-old to remember this. Because a lot of times we don't. We think about what we want them to be. We think about where they're headed. We're thinking about what we expect. And we forget where they are and don't meet them where they are. So I'm in the backyard. And I know the only way to get tough is to go through tough things. And we were just having a discussion, my wife and I, and we were talking about how she wanted him to play. And she just said it kind of like flippantly, but she said it fast. She was like, yeah, I want you to play mad. And I was like, oh, I don't want him to play mad because that's irrational. You tense up in terms of your body and everything. I don't want him to be mad to be the best. I want him to enjoy this thing, but still be a killer. One of them dogs that smile, but still. So we had a little dispute over that, but it was slight, nothing. I know she didn't like my perspective, and I didn't really like hers, but at the same time, there's many ways up to the top. Then I was looking at my son, and we always do this Steph Curry drill, we call it. It's basically the Mikan drill, but I call it Steph Curry. You got to shoot, the layups, then you got to back up, and you got to back up till you get to the free throw line. Because if you let him do it, he's just walking out there and shooting half court. As soon as he get on the court, half court. That's what the kids love. That or lower the rim and dunk. And I remember he was at the free throw line. He was missing them. I'm correcting his form. I'm just telling him to be alert. Then I finally said, it's time to get tough on this boy. I was like, MJ, this is the same exact shot. No other shot in basketball is the same exact, but this one. Everything else is live game, live action. That layup is different than that layup. It was another defender. It was nobody there. It was open. Everything is different. Not a free throw. So you got to start having the expectation. And I'm starting to feel it. I'm starting to say, I'm about to give this boy one of those talks. Give him one of those football daddy talks. Like, I said, MJ, it could get tough out here. You want me to get tough with you? Because there's no way you should be missing this many in a row. You're not even correcting yourself. That's what's the problem. And I just kept going. And he kept missing more and more and more. Then finally I let go. I let go of the rope. I let it go. I said, was that tough on you? Was it hard to make free throws when I was talking to you like that? He's like, I was like, yep. That's what you got to start to expect. Adversity. You got to start to know you have an opponent. You got to lock in to who you are so you can play your game so you can be the best. You spend too much time doing this to just be like, whatever, I can't wait to play my games, my video games, can't wait till my buds call. You can't waste these moments. You're being judged. This is your resume. If not, don't play. Because once you play, we ain't playing. That's a Wileyism. Life is a game. Where is it? Life is a game. Let me get close to it. Life is a game. Football is serious. Life is a game. When you playing sports, don't waste your time. You're getting so many life lessons. Life is a game. That sport, you better be serious. Or you're going to be the one that's embarrassed on the bench when your friends and everybody that you over here chasing is going on the AAU tournament to New York. And they like, oh, no, you can stay, big dog. We ain't going to play you. Or you go, you all sightseeing for 2 days and all that, then you get in the tournament. You might as well go sightsee because you ain't playing. You ain't seeing this. You ain't seeing this court. Oh, that's the worst when you see them kids. All of a sudden they get real, right? All of a sudden they starting to, what's wrong? What's wrong? I ain't get to play. I know, because you've been playing too much. Stop playing. These kids are killers out here. Don't waste your time is the real conversation. Nah, I don't care who you are, what you are. Don't waste your time. And don't let them lie to you, too. Some of them y'all getting gassed up. Like y'all already went pro. You just waiting. And some of y'all, they telling you ain't got a shot. You sure? Because last time I checked, check this out. A week ago, we may have saw the greatest moment in sports history. A 2-star recruit leads the worst program ever to a national championship, beats his hometown team that wouldn't let him walk on, and finishes it by running over the same guy who knocked him out of the year before. With his mother battling MS watching from the stands. If this was a Disney movie, you say it was too much. Y'all remember that? Let's give a little respect to this play. I don't need all that music. Don't be trying to get me. Look at that. God, dog, this is crazy. This moment still, it give me chills for real. Cause look, right here. Oh, that's forever. 31, that's forever, big dog. You ran him over. And then look. I mean, I need to play. I'm going to do that. Somebody lock that in with Rocky music. I needed a Rocky theme for that. That's insane. That's funkin' insane. Gotta love that moment, man. That's all we want for our kids, their glory moment, whatever that may be, no matter how that looks. If my son got a 60 on a test, we were like too low, bro. Wrong household. Don't let none of these trophies and jerseys fool you. We about them books. Your mama a CRNA. Your daddy went to an IV. An IV. Come on. Yesterday he got a 91. I'm so proud of him. That's what you got to do. Make sure these itty bitties know what it is. Make sure they know the real. All right, let's take a little break right here. I gotta slang something to y'all. Let's get into it. Let's go. What's good, fam? It's your boy Marcellus Wiley, and I gotta talk to you about something that's been a game changer for me. Y'all know I've been on the comeback trail after my hip surgery, and let me tell you, getting back to 100% ain't easy. I've been looking for anything to give me that edge, to help me bounce back stronger, faster. And that's where Vinia's new blood flow hydration product comes in. Oh, this ain't just another supplement, people. This is about optimizing your body from the inside out. Since I started taking Venia blood flow hydration, I'm feeling a big difference in my physical therapy sessions and my energy levels. It's helping me get that crucial blood flow where it needs to go, helping my body heal and perform. I'm feeling more vibrant, more ready to tackle whatever comes my way. It's like my body just remembers how to be its best self. And for anyone out there, whether you're recovering from something or just looking to elevate your daily well-being, this is it. And here's the best part. Venia is so confident you'll love it, they're offering a 90-day money-back guarantee. That's how you know it's legit. You got nothing to lose and everything to gain. So head over to the link in my bio, check out Venia Blood Flow Hydration, and start your own comeback story. Trust me, your body will thank you. Let's get it. Bwah, bwah, bwah. Yeah, y'all better get rid of it. That blood flow real, bruh. People be dancing around it, but if it ain't flowing, it ain't going. It ain't going. Let's get into this. Let's keep this party going. One of the worst moments in sports history is this. Not because of what he did, but because of what you did. And y'all took it all crazy. Let's hear it.
Could he play another year in the NBA? Yeah, he could play 3 more years in the NBA if that's what he decided to do. It's a mental thing at this point. And I think he talks about it a lot in terms of, will he have the mental capacity to get up and still love the routine, still love everything that it takes to get prepared, both mentally and physically. And
that's what retires people. They always say it in football, the next training camp is what retires you. Just thinking about what you need to do to be prepared for the training camp, the conditioning test, what needs to happen so that your body doesn't break down during that grueling process. Then you start to think about, oh man, injury recovery. Oh man, all I got to do in the weight room, all I got to do in the film room just to be in a position to be great. Not great, because every year it changes. Just to be in that position, to do all the things necessary just to give myself a chance. That's what retires people. They be like, dog, I'm tired of climbing that mountain. I'm done. I've climbed it 23 times. I can't do it again. I'm done.
And when you think about family dynamic and things like that, you know, there's a lot to weigh. And when you give in the game so much, and when I say giving the game so much, and again, I sit in this chair and I'm talking about LeBron, so people gonna say, "Oh well, of course you're not gonna have any bad thing to say because it's bias and different things like that." But if you sit and you talk to people like Adam, who leads the league as our commissioner, and you talk about just what it takes to be a great partner as a player for the NBA, I would think it's probably a 9.7 out of 10 as it pertains to those things. And when you sit in that position, you also have an expectation for everything, right? Like if he doesn't do the dunk contest, that's an issue. Or he ruined the dunk contest, but not really. I think the couple of times that he was deciding to do it, he had an ankle sprain like a day, two games before or whatever. And then it gets to the point to where you're just like, nah, I'm not going to do it. And that's his choice, right? But I think because someone else did it prior to you, people feel like you should have to do something in sports. I guess that's the way it goes, but I don't agree with that. Obviously, deciding to talk about your plans and where you're going, which was at the forefront of everything when he decided to go to Miami, that became a thing. And it was the worst thing in the world until it became the most popular thing in the world for everybody to do, from third graders saying that they're going to the fourth grade over here all the way up to every college signee now has a decision. You know, and I'm not making an excuse for it. I'm just giving you that sometimes things are judged because they are ahead of their time. And there's still, in the sports industry, there's a lot of times where people feel like you should do what the others did that came before you and how they did it. But then at the same time, how is that really carving out your own silhouette and being what I would say
trailblaze too.
Yeah.
So
blah, blah, blah. I know he went a lot of places, but what I took from it is, why don't y'all let LeBron be LeBron? Because it's crazy. Y'all always give him a headwind when he does something, and then y'all actually take that as a tailwind for what you're going to do. That's what I read from that. Simple as that. I read that he was like, dog, this dude is taking so much. He's done so much to grow the game. Look at what he's been box office for NBA that maybe at times struggles with the ratings. It's not the same game, whatever it may be. But the NBA is still expanding, still growing globally. Like, they're in a healthy position. They got enough money to pay for them women. WNBA, let me stop. We got to talk about them right now. But, you know, you can't talk LeBron without talking to other man. And the other man, oh, man, I just love going to barbershops even though I need to. Look at my hair right now. Look at this mange. Dang, I need to brush my hair. But my daughter loves to cut it, so I'm letting it grow because when that happens, she like, Daddy. She feel like she really did something in life. So, Jordan, I'm listening. I ain't going to ever be one-sided, big dog. Go ahead.
Just say you hate basketball. Explain this. How does someone who's not as good of a scorer as LeBron have almost 100 more 40-point games than him? If your answer is because Michael Jordan took all the shots, then explain why you call LeBron pass first when he's led his team in shots for 20 years. Explain this. It's not about longevity, right? Explain this. Kareem really got over 38,000 points from the sky hook. He had to run down to the block every possession and get in position and wait for the ball. Forget that it took 150 more games than Jordan to reach 30K. Explain how it took LeBron longer than Kareem to reach 30K when he took 2,000 more threes and always had the ball in his hands. Explain this. Because see, it's not just about scoring, it's about scoring when you need to score. How did Michael Jordan do this if he's not the GOAT, not the greatest scorer of all time, and didn't play as long as LeBron James? Can you explain this? How did LeBron pass Jordan in less shots but need 117 more games in 4,942 extra minutes, and you still don't think it's because of longevity? What about this? Is this because of longevity? If you play long enough, you're going to rack these up, right? So it's the same with the points then, right? If you play long enough, you're just going to rack these up. If LeBron is a better scorer than Jordan, then how come out of 23 seasons, there was a better scorer than him 22 times? You got to explain that, because the guy that I think is the greatest scorer of all time only had 5 seasons where someone else was a better scorer than him. Explain this. I thought Michael always played on a super team. What were the other guys super at? Oh, doing their jobs? Do you know how many of LeBron's teammates have dropped 40 in a game? 35. I just don't understand, so I need you to explain it to me. And while you're at it, can you explain this to me?
That was deep. I can't lie. 35-6. Ooh. I mean, first of all, respect to you, man. Don't take this joke seriously. How you find the time to find all this shit out? God dang.
LeBron's a better scorer, but he never had a season like this. And that's interesting considering he's had more chances than anyone that's ever lived. I never hear people say Hakeem's the greatest defender of all time because of blocks. I never hear that John Stockton is the greatest defender ever because of steals. And we never hear John Stockton is the greatest passer because of assists. We didn't even say LeBron is the turnover king because of turnovers. So please explain to me and everyone else why LeBron James is the greatest scorer of all time because he has the most points. And please explain how a collection of stats makes you the greatest player of all time. When will y'all understand it's not about the points, it's about the point? But hey, here's to yet another year of acquiring stats, but it not being stat padding, and not expecting him to win, of course, because who expects that from a 42-year-old? Just sit back and watch greatness as LeBron passes Jordan in yet another stat category. Damn, they done leaked the playbook. I guess that's why he did all of this in such a short span of time, because he knew he would never be the longevity king. So please, explain to me how LeBron is the GOAT and the greatest scorer of all time, and explain it to me like I'm 6. Or...
Blah, blah, blah. Of all the arguments I've ever heard in my life that took 3 minutes or less, not talking about the barbershop that took 2 hours, and I ain't still didn't get my hair cut. Look at me. That was the most convincing clip I've ever heard or seen. Just gonna keep it real. To the point where right now I'm gonna start stuttering because I don't want to say that. But folk, who cares who the GOAT is? Look at me. That's when you know you lost. Man, I don't even care. Golly. I could beat it up, but why? I feel so good right now for Michael Jordan right now. I don't care if he robbed us with them weak-ass interviews with them Jordan jeans on. I don't care. But the longevity, I love LeBron's longevity and greatness. I love that airplane cruising at 30,000, but there was a space shuttle. That sucker went out of this world, and it was Michael Jordan. God damn. Oh, we're not done with this basketball. Let's get another one in before we get spicy on this show. You know what we're going to do. We're not done.
Third in MVP voting.
Luka.
Should be second.
Should he be higher?
Yes.
Go ahead, Perk.
He should be second. He should be second. We're witnessing one of the greatest weapons of all time.
Luka.
That damn boy is a fool. He is a damn fool when it comes down to just being an overall offensive threat. The scoring is easy, but getting the dimes right now, the assists, and last night playing off the ball. Let me say this about Luka.
Let's go.
Because he had a historic night last night too in the United Center. Players get fired up to go walk into the United Center. Like, don't act like, you know what I'm saying, on the regular season game in Chicago, y'all didn't have that extra walking into the United Center. Motherfuckers want to perform in the United Center. But what Luka is doing right now is like, we talk about what James Harden was doing in Houston. This is on the same level.
But James Harden was also number one. But that's what I'm saying. James Harden was doing this. Luka's doing it. Again, we forget Luka's been first team All-NBA for 5 straight years. Like, that's what I say it as in, like, we are seeing once in a generational thing. Well, let's look at his accolades, and it all points to what he's doing right now. He been that dude. He started off that dude. He's a phenom, and it looks like that dude keeps getting better.
Blah, blah, blah. That sounds amazing. And you look at Luka right now with LeBron James, and LeBron James obviously is trying to just button up his legacy properly. Obviously, the Lakers are not obliging. That's why everything's being leaked right now. Obviously, the NBA is not even obliging because of him and Maverick Carter and their interest of trying to grow or build their own basketball professional league. No. NBA is the one that's trying to grow. NBA is the one that's trying to go. So when you got all those things as headwinds, if you're LeBron James, and you got Luka who is sitting there loving you loving him, but at the same time, y'all can't love it together. That's just not how it's going to go. We know. It's not going to play out that way. This is not going to end well. And it's sad to see because you see so many great elements and great pieces. But at the same time, this season for the Lakers, they got to fix their defense. This season with the Lakers, we already got the fall guys. Going to be LeBron. We started great without you, and then all of a sudden you came in and messed it all up. All facts, but is it all real? Let's go.
That. And I don't think you should be first or second in MVP vote if you're top 5 worst defender in the NBA.
Luka.
I just don't think so. He is statistically a top 5 worst defender in the NBA. Yes, every sentence that you guys said offensively. We are talking about complete players, right? I know it's not. Yes, he is stratosphere offensively. He is timeless and amazing, and we'll be talking about his offensive game for the rest of basketball. He does not put that much energy into the defensive end. Until he's not top 10 worst defender in the NBA, I don't have him as 1 or 2. I just don't respect that part to me. I think he's amazing. I think he can do it. He chooses not to for the offensive side. So just give me a little bit more effort on the defensive side, and then, yes, give him the nod. But I just can't. He's just playing offense. He's not a quarterback. He's a basketball player.
No, that's not true. It
is true. Statistically, he is the second worst defender ever.
He's been sliding those puppies of late.
Somebody trying to beat you up with your stats was, man, I've been watching too. He look good, right? Blah, blah, blah. All right, y'all, it's time to get into some spicy stuff. Spicier than that. Ain't it crazy? Woo. Luka does not play defense. Like, it is. It's kind of sad to see. Oh, no, then you know what? Let's have some balance first before we do that. We got to show some love. I saw something that was really special. I couldn't believe it. The WNBA had a huge turnout, except I shouldn't even call it the WNBA. It was this. Did y'all see this? Yo, when? Where? Oh, it's not 21-490 unrivaled in Philadelphia. Damn. And WNBA, you know what y'all problem is? I can show you right here. Y'all overthink it. Y'all always overthinking it.
I must say, as an old head or a vet, I think that Paige Bueckers, there's no better player to be an ambassador of the game. I think that just showing grace for what came before you, the process that it took to get to this point.
This is dope. And it's like, wow, what? She pregnant. What's the equivalent for a man? She is pregnant. And if she ain't, I'm in trouble. But the point is, she carb loading like a hell. She's pregnant. She getting her work in. That's dope. Keep it going.
To now being here and like wanting to lay a better foundation for the next generation. I think women's basketball was invested in for a very long time. And now we're seeing what the results are when people really actually invest and give women's basketball a chance. Mm-hmm. You're going to see people that are in their jerseys with poster boards. Definitely. You're going to see individuals and fans want to be like these players. And so to be able to inspire an entire generation, I just think that like Paige is just more impressive every time I see her.
Yeah.
I mean, just the way she carries herself, her poise,
Definitely.
and the way that she speaks about the game.
Yeah, the way she, and I know you always talk so much, Candace, about, you know, you're playing for all these little girls that are watching you, and they're the ones, hey, looking up to you and saying, hey, I want to do that one day. So it's really cool to see that torch being passed on to someone like Paige Bueckers and seeing it shine in so many areas of the game, too.
This is no shot at Paige Bueckers. Blah, blah, blah. But y'all had y'all Jordan. Y'all had y'all Jordan and decided to LeBron him. LeBron her. You had your Jordan and decided to LeBron her. Caitlin Clark, anybody? We didn't ask y'all to tell us what we like. We asked y'all to listen to what we like. And we like Paige. And that's one thing about the women's game and the women's sport, which is kind of the women's personality trait. They so competitive that it's only one. What? No, Magic Bird, Jordan, Kareem, you want to go back. Okay, AI, like let them go. LeBron, Kobe, like take a page from it. You guys were respected a lot more. Simple as that. Oh, so crazy. All right, well, they want to play like that. That's fine. While the men will continue to celebrate this. Most points by a teenager in the game in NBA history, 49. I see you, Cooper Flagg, who is all in. You can watch him if you are privy to knowing his story, knowing him a little bit. I know some people that know him, so I ain't going to act like I know him, but I've been hearing it since high school, before high school. This dude is in Maine. He about that life. Okay? He ain't the only one. Peep game. Only one game in NBA history has seen two players, teammates or opponents, combined for 80-plus, 10-plus threes made, 65%, 100%, two or few turnovers. That was that game between Cooper Flagg and Conker. Nope. Two rookies under 21 from the same school. Come on, man. Y'all got to put some respect on the game. Real spit. I'm talking about real spit. Like Cooper Flagg is a whole different animal. Nothing like this.
Been covering the NBA for 24 years. I've seen 3 teenagers before Cooper Flagg who have been blown away impressive to me. One was LeBron, one was Luka Doncic, and one was Victor Wembanyama. When it comes to the way Cooper Flagg can control the game at both ends of the floor, the only one he compares to is LeBron. Now, he is a different game than LeBron because he's more of a defensive dominating player than LeBron was as a 19-year-old. LeBron had a more polished scoring game than Cooper does. Although I'll tell you right now, Cooper's jump shot is better than LeBron's was at the same age. But the way Cooper Flagg can do everything, handle the ball, create, rebound, go down to the other end, guard multiple different positions. And what really blows me away about Cooper Flagg, and you saw it in this game, because even though he had 49 points, he was furious when he lost this game. his competitiveness, particularly his competitiveness defensively. And covering the NBA for 20.
Blah, blah, blah. I don't know if y'all agree, but tell me different. This dude is insane. So let's not lose another one. Let's not LeBron him, even though LeBron gets all that love. I get it. Oh, man. Okay, we about to get into the politics. We about to get into some spicy stuff. Right? Y'all ready for that? Yeah, let's get into it. It's that time. I'm just skipping over all these good topics. Michael Irvin. Oh, I got to show y'all this. Remember this? Minnesota fired their GM. Cam. Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah. We just highlighted him yesterday with his regret over Sam Darnold. Well, I don't think the owner liked that. I don't think the owner was excited to actually hear that you over here regretting Sam Darnold and fired him 24 hours later. Less than 24 hours later. Like, oh, you messed that up? You want to take credit for it? Good, I found my fall guy. Bye-bye. And this is what's going on in Minneapolis right now. Bye-bye.
You're looking live at downtown Minneapolis, where a protester dressed in a full-body foam hand flipping the bird is somehow outrunning federal agents on what appears to be an oversized office chair with wheels. This has been going on for several blocks now.
For all y'all say I ain't balanced in my perspective. Yes, I am. I love it. Here, hey, this is how we going to get into politics. Sports into politics. Watch what the NFL and the FBI did back in the days. This is gangster.
Little did they know they would not be going to the game.
Everybody's under arrest. Put your hands on your head.
In 1985, the FBI used NFL football tickets as bait in a sting operation to catch suspects who had outstanding warrants. The FBI mailed out fake invitations to wanted criminals, offering them free Washington Redskins tickets. The FBI even got creative with the fake names they used on invitations they sent out. They used names like Mr. Cran, which is narc spelled backward, and Mr. Detnaw, which is wanted spelled backward.
Good afternoon, Mr. Cran. I received a letter from you for a brunch on December 15th. Did it say that you had won 2 complimentary tickets to the Redskins and Cincinnati Bengals game? Yes, sir. Congratulations. Thank you.
The sting was set up at a Washington, D.C. hotel. The suspects arrived thinking they were attending an exclusive celebration before the game. The criminals who showed up were excited to be there and to go to the game.
Washington.
To make it seem more realistic and to truly go undercover, FBI agents had to wear disguises. Some posed as janitors, others were cheerleaders, and even mascots were used so the agents could blend in. Once the suspects arrived and confirmed their identities, the agents led them to a conference room. And once they were settled into the room, the SWAT team would burst in through the door and arrest them.
We really have a big surprise for you today. Everybody's under arrest. Don't move. Put your hands on your head.
Among those who were caught were 2 people who were on the FBI's top 10 most wanted list. That day, over 100 criminals were arrested, making this one of the most successful and creative sting operations in FBI history.
They were asking from the bus, can I still go to the game? What happened to the game? If you don't want to get me, you could have came to my house, man, and they know where I live at.
This thing was over. But at the end, we had quite a few families. They were absolutely in shock.
They burned this, man. It was a good show anyway.
So what do you think about all of this?
This is all bull.
Blah, blah, blah. Where was I? What rock was I living under to never see that, never heard that, ever? I never knew that. God. But I did know this. And a lot of people are getting suckered by this. Those body cams and the body cam footage, and everybody thinks, oh, yes, we have full transparency. Do you?
They said in the wake of Michael Brown, we'll market it to low information people in the public, to well-meaning liberal people. We'll market it as accountability and transparency. And so they totally shifted, and then they were able to get hundreds of millions of dollars toward their goal of outfitting every single cop in the United States with a mobile surveillance camera that the police control. They control when it's on, when it's off, what it captures, when something is captured is released to the public. So if the police capture, let's say, an undocumented immigrant committing some crime, that's out on Fox News and the New York Post within hours. But if they capture the police doing something horrific, the public may never see that video. So body cameras are a mirage. And as I write in the propaganda book, and it's really critical to understand exactly how it happens, not only do they not reduce police violence, but they have been an essential propaganda tool in convincing so many well-meaning people across our society that the authorities care about police violence, that they want accountability, that they're doing something, right? And it distracts people from the core, important kinds of changes that we need, which is to reduce the size and power of these bureaucracies.
Blah, blah, blah. The full read of that is simple. I'm not going to go into the deeper intentions. I'm going to go into the simple layer of how you're being privy to just slices and thinking you know the whole pie, right? Just simple as that. So a lot of times you see citizens actually trying to film everything. Even with that, you still got to piece things together. Look what's happening in Minneapolis right now. Every single day is a new level of discovery, new vantage point, etc. So don't lose your mind off of what you're seeing, because remember, you're not seeing it all on any level. This is part of the consequence of all this technology. You think because, everything is being filmed, everything is being seen, everything's being shown, everything's being heard. You think that in an absolute, when you got to know in this world, ain't nothing absolute, right? Even an eyewitness would turn away. Even an eyewitness would blink. Even an eyewitness would like, I don't know, I didn't really. I digress. Just want to make sure you guys understand that. And also on this show, man, we got to get into it. So a couple more minutes. Yes, let's get into this one right here. As we got to always do our read, our daily read. Y'all be like, damn, this boy, he a nerd for real. I am. The miseducation of America. Maybe you know that slavery long predates America. Tell Draymond Green this. That it was practiced globally. That the West ended it first and pressured non-Westerners morally and militarily to follow suit. But many young people don't. No, they don't. And then they argue you to death, or they say, get your hand out my face, white man. And you'd be like, what? I verified this for myself by asking college students at UCLA, one of the top public universities, about the origins of slavery. Yep. They all knew slavery is evil. Some of them thought it started in America. State school. Let me stop. Many of them didn't know Africans sold Africans to Europeans. Few of them knew how it ended globally. Keep in mind, these are elite students. This is why I don't argue with people, because I'm like, dog, the smart people dumb on stuff. What do you think the dummies are? Dumber. Oh, they didn't know because they weren't taught. Why? Why do American children learn about the horrors of the transatlantic slave trade, but not the African slavers who supplied it? Why do they learn about Jefferson's slaves, but not the 150,000 Africans freed by the British Navy? Why is stating the fact that the British were the first major power to end slavery met with condemnation, not celebration? I could tell you why. Because if I keep y'all fighting, these checks I could keep on writing. Real spit. Michael Irvin knows. He does. I hope this one goes. If not, we're going to be done right here, because he got some music in the background. But boy, this is potent.
As if being pro-black means you got to be anti-white, and they do not have to always commingle. You understand what I'm saying? I can be pro-black without being anti-white. And this is the problem we got to figure, and we got to get. And this is what holds us out of boardrooms all the time, because we can't come in and have a deep dive session trying to understand what's better for the company to move ahead, because when you disagree with me, now I'm holding it personally against you, and I see you at the water fountain, some of that old man wrong like that. We were just in a think tank. It wasn't anything personally against you, but we hold everything so personally. We gotta grow up, man, and stop messing around so we can get our brains and our knowledge and our intelligence in those boardrooms. Because what's good if you have all kind of fucking knowledge if ain't nobody gonna open an ear to it? You see, but our pain and our emotions must come out first. We don't care who turns us down and who stop listening. And we gotta stop thinking about our pain and think about our gain.
Blah, blah, blah. Just wanted to bring it full circle with Draymond, who was saying earlier when he got the technical foul by the Caucasian referee, keep your hand out my face. I find that offensive as a black man in America. Michael Irvin is dropping jewels. People get it. Emotionally, you're leading yourself to your own destruction and then gonna blame somebody else on how you got there. For what? Makes no sense. Okay? Balance it out. Have logic. Have an understanding that you are trying to be triggered by something that never, ever connected to you personally. I understand through experience, through DNA. I understand through osmosis. I understand through heritage. I understand through legacy. But you're not going to convince me, and it's going to be a futile effort if you're going to read somebody else's pain and then tell me it hurts. Okay? Okay. Love you guys. Have a beautiful day. Have a beautiful weekend. Take these itty bitties somewhere. Let's go get it. Blah, blah, blah. Peace.
It's been a decade plus that I knew that this day was going to come.
Oh, this is not hyperbole here.
Because I think